always, in the name of Jesus. This video is going to be doing my review of The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 3, Four Walls and a Roof. Wow. That was an amazing episode. An amazing episode. I need to just say, go back to the beginning. We open up, Bob is still tied up, and Gareth and his crew are still eating parts of him, and then Bob starts to laugh, and they're starting to think he's out of his mind until he says, "I'm tainted meat." That line comes straight from a comic book. And then Gareth and all of his crew start vomiting and throwing up. That was an amazing, amazing line. Go to the opening credits, then we go back, and then Sasha and Rick just confront Gabriel on why Bob, Daryl, and Carol are missing. Gabriel just comes out with the story that how he just locked other people out so he could have all those stuff to himself, and how they were eaten by walkers. So that probably explains. That was a very heartfelt performance from Seth Gilliam. So, anyways, there is an attack. Anyways, it's only a matter of time before walkers attack the church, and then they drive them off. And then then Rick and Abraham start butting heads, which was pretty fun to see. And then Glenn tries to calm them down. And then both Maggie and Glenn promise Abe that they will both go to him to DC. So, Rick, after they deal with Gareth and Co. So, Rick and Co. decide. Rick, Michonne, Sasha, and Abraham go off, leave the building, and then they go, while Gareth and Co. walk towards the church, and they try to. Everybody who's left in there is hostage, is scared for their lives, so they're just being shot. Then all of a sudden, Rick and Co., they shot at their. By the way, the fact that Gareth thought the baby, that Judith, the infant, was Q and Cully, it just. If you've read the comic book, you know that that the hunters, the guys, the comic book characters on which these TV shows Gareth and Co. are based off, they eat the infant. So that means they were probably going to eat Judith. And then all of a sudden, Rick and Co. come out of nowhere, and they just kill off Rick shoots off both of Gareth's two of Gareth's fingers. Both his index is pointing the index finger, and his middle one, and then after which, Rick uses that said finger to. Rick uses his machete, the red one, the one which he, and he delivers on his promise to Gareth. The one he said, the one in the season premiere where he says that he's going to use a red machete to kill him, and then now here is episode 3, he does. Sasha, Michonne, and Abraham slaughter all of the hunters, or the Gareth and Co. And it was awesome. Very, very awesome. So, it was very awesome. And before that, Bob is delivered to them before the hunters come in, and they set him off in a bed. So that all ends, and then Tyreese, and then before that, Bob says there is still good in the world, and he points to Judith, and there's hope in there. He points to Rick's infant daughter for Judith as proof of that. And then Tyreese puts it down once he dies. And then Rick and Abraham, Maggie, Glenn, Eugene, and Rosita pack off to head to DC. And then Abraham leaves Rick a map for them. So at nighttime, Michonne's outside on the porch of the church. He hears a noise, and he turns out it's Daryl, and she asks where Carol is, and Daryl asks for somebody to come on out. So, great, excellent episode. Very excellent episode. I love the performances from Sonequa Martin Green, who portrays Sasha, from Seth Gilliam. Andrew Lincoln always shines when he portrays Rick Grimes, and I love the performance from Bob, portrayed by, or from Lawrence Galliard Jr., who portrays Bob. It was good stuff. So I will have to give this thing a 9.3 out of 10. Amazing episode. These first three episodes of The Walking Dead have been amazing. They've been amazing. I just hope that the next episode keeps up the momentum. Because so far this season is shaping up. If it keeps this up, this season will shape up to be the best season ever. Alright.